Before I go over setting up your scanner, I do want to talk a little bit about scanner choice. Unimetrics recommends using a desktop type scanner such as this, a dedicated device simply for scanning, something with a Twain interface. A list of current recommended scanners can be gotten from Unimetrics. Just contact us. One thing that you want to try to avoid is something that's a multifunction device, something that is a scanner, printer, fax, copier type machine. Generally, the software and drivers on these don't communicate well with Silo, so being able to scan directly will not function. However, you can still utilize these scanners by using the manufacturer's software to simply take your papers and scan them and save them as a PDF file. Once you have that PDF file, you just use the upload function to send that into Silo as a document. But if you want to scan directly, it's recommended to use one of these types of scanners. Once you have your scanner installed per the manufacturer's instructions, make sure you have the Web Assistant program installed. And on the home screen, go ahead and click on the scanner icon to open up a scanning window. Now from here, once everything's set up, you'll just simply click Scan New Document. But for first time setup, you'll notice how these are two separate buttons here, Scan New Document and this little arrow icon here. So I'll click on this and I'll go to Scanner Properties. That'll bring up my source of scanners I can select from. I'll use my Epson here. You want to avoid any scanner driver that says WIA. That's a Windows Image Acquisition driver and doesn't function properly. I'll click Select here, and that'll open up the manufacturer's scanner settings here. So I'm going to scan double-sided all the time. I'm going to use a black and white image type versus a color or grayscale. Black and white is going to give me the smallest file size for the page versus a color or grayscale scan. That way when I open documents, it'll open up on my screen faster because the file is smaller. I like the 300 DPI resolution. You could go as low as 200, but don't go below that. And you could go higher than 300, but generally around the 400 and 600 range, the pages start going through the scanner a lot slower. I've got it set to automatically rotate my images from landscape or portrait if I have any text running sideways. I have it correcting any paper skew. If the paper goes in slightly crooked, it'll adjust for that. And the important one I like is the skip blank pages option. So I'm scanning double-sided all the time, front and back of the paper all at once. So for single-sided sheets of paper, it's going to skip those blank pages on the back side there. Those are all set, so I'll go ahead and click Save. And that's it. Scanner's all set up, and I'm ready to do my first scan.